Good morning. Today we will discuss a new topic that is regarding divisible profit, dividend, then different sources of dividend and also different types of dividend. Okay, we know that mainly there are two types of profit, that is capital profit and revenue profit. Now what is capital profit and what is revenue profit? Now capital profits are those profits which are not made out of usual or normal business operation. And revenue profits are those profits which are arising out of the normal business operation. And usually the revenue profits are available for distribution of dividend, or revenue profits are distributable profits. Now we will see what is meant by this divisible profit or distributable profit. Okay. So divisible profit means all the profits of the company are not divisible profits. Now only those profits which are legally available to the shareholders by way of dividend are called divisible profits. So divisible profits are those profits which are legally available to the shareholders by way of dividend. So such profits are known as divisible profits. Now we have already said that not all the profits are available for distribution of dividend, that is all the profits of the company are not divisible profits. So that is usually the capital profits are not available and only the revenue profits are available. So those profits which are legally available to the shareholders by way of dividend are divisible profits. Now the profits are distributed as dividends only when the company earns net profit, that is the profit after meeting all expenses, losses and transferring a reasonable amount to reserve. That is, the company can transfer that amount of profit as dividend only when the company earns net profit. That is, declaration of dividend is possible usually only when the company earns profit. That is, the net profit, that is the profit after, so net profit here means the profit after meeting all expenses, losses and transferring a reasonable amount to the profit. So such amount is available for declaration or distribution as dividend. Now divisible profits do not include profit of capital nature, for example profit on revaluation of fixed assets. So we have already said that. Okay, divisible profits do not include profit of capital nature, that is profit of revenue nature is available for declaration of dividend, and the profit of capital nature are not usually available for distribution of dividend. For example, the profit on revaluation of fixed asset. So that is regarding the meaning of divisible profit. So divisible profit simply means those profit which are legally available to the shareholders by way of dividend. Okay. Now what is meant by dividend? Now dividend, the divisible profit of a company is distributed among the shareholders of a company on the basis of number of shares held. Now this amount is called dividend. So the divisible profit of a company is distributed among the shareholders of the company on the basis of number of shares held, and this amount is called dividend. So dividend means the divisible profit of a company which is distributed among the shareholders on the basis of their number of shares. Okay, the board of directors will recommend the amount of profit to be distributed as dividend. Then finally, the shareholders in the annual general meeting will declare the dividend recommended by the board of directors. Okay, so first of all, the board of directors will recommend the amount of the profit to be distributed as dividend, and after that the shareholders in the annual general meeting will declare the dividend recommended by the board of directors. So dividends cannot be paid out of capital reserve. So usually dividends cannot be paid out of capital reserve, and there are certain exceptions that we will discuss later. It should be paid out of accumulated profits. So usually the dividends are paid out of accumulated profits and not out of capital reserve. Then regarding the preference or priority, preference dividend is first paid. Then only after making payment to the preference shareholders, the dividend will be paid to the equity shareholders. So preference dividend is paid first and equity dividend will be paid only after preference dividend is paid in full. So that is regarding the priority. You know the difference between preference shareholders and equity shareholders. Okay, so preference shareholders are those shareholders who are having certain preferences. That is preference regarding payment of dividend and also preference regarding repayment of capital. Okay, so such shareholders are called preference shareholders. So because of that reason itself, preference dividend is paid first. Then only after making payment of preference dividend or making payment of dividend to the preference shareholders, the equity dividend will be paid. Okay, then if there are calls in arrear, then dividend will be paid on the amount actually paid by the shareholders. So in case there is calls in arrear. Now what is meant by calls in arrear? That's the difference between called up capital and the paid up capital. That is, when the calls are made, some shareholders may not pay the call money, and such amount is known as calls in arrear. So in case there are calls in arrears, then dividend will be paid on the amount actually paid by the shareholders. But sometimes the company can make a provision in the articles authorizing it to propose dividend on the called up capital. Okay, sometimes by making provision in the articles of association, the amount can be paid on the called up capital and not on the paid up capital. But usually, in case there is calls in arrear, the dividend will not be paid. That is, the dividend will be paid on the basis of paid up capital. But by making provisions in the articles of association, the company can pay the dividend on the called up capital. Okay, then no dividend is paid on calls in advance. Now what is meant by calls in advance? Now what was calls in arrear? So calls in arrear means the difference between called up capital and the paid up capital. That is in case the subscribers or the members have made any default in making payment of call money, that amount is called calls in arrear. So just like that, sometimes some shareholders may pay the call money in advance. Okay, for example, in case the first call is made, then some shareholders may pay the second call money in advance. Then that amount is known as calls in arrear. So that is regarding the dividend. That is, dividend means the divisible profit of a company which is distributed among the shareholders of the company on the basis of number of shares held. Then regarding the procedure, first of all, Board of Directors will recommend the amount of profit to be distributed as dividend. Then, followed by this recommendation, the shareholders in their annual general meeting will declare the dividend recommended by the Board of Directors. Then, usually the dividends are not paid out of capital reserve. Then, it should be paid out of accumulated profits. Then, regarding the payment priority, preference dividend is paid first. Then, only after making payment of preference dividend, equity dividend will be paid. Then, in case there are calls in arrears, then the dividend is paid on the amount actually paid by the shareholders, but making provision in the articles of association, the company can pay dividend on the called up capital also. And again, no dividend is paid on calls in advance. So that is the meaning of dividend. Then comes the source of dividend. Now what are the different sources of dividend? The first source is current year's profit after providing for depreciation. Then previous year's profit after providing for depreciation. Then both current year's and previous year's profit. Then finally, money provided by central government or state government for the payment of dividend in pursuance of a guarantee given by the government. Okay, so these are the different sources of dividend, that is the different sources of amount available for declaration of dividend. So the first source is current year's profit after providing depreciation, then previous year's profit after providing for depreciation, then a combination of both, that is both current year's profit as well as previous year's profits, and finally the money paid by the central or the state government for the payment of dividend in pursuance or in continuation to a guarantee given by the government. So this is regarding the sources of dividends. Then dividend out of capital profit. So far we were saying that the dividend cannot be paid out of capital reserve. The dividend, usually the capital profit cannot be used for payment of dividend, and the revenue profits are made available for distribution as dividend. But sometimes the dividend can also be paid out of capital profit. Now we will see what are the situations in which dividend can be paid out of capital profit. Now, the dividend can be paid out of capital profit only if it is realized in cash. That is, the capital profit is realized in cash. Then, only when it is authorized by the articles. And finally, surplus remains after revaluation of assets and liabilities. In these three circumstances, sometimes the capital profit can be used for the purpose of declaration of dividend. So dividend can be paid out of capital profit only if, or only in three different cases, that is, when it is realized in cash, when it is authorized by the articles of association, and also there is surplus amount after revaluation of assets and liabilities. Then here there are certain exceptions also, and the exceptions are security premium, capital redemption reserve, then profit after reissue of forfeited shares. So these amounts are never made available for declaring dividend. So the exceptions are security premium, that is share premium, capital redemption reserve, and also profit after reissue of forfeited shares. So these amounts cannot be used for declaration of dividend. Now here there is one more thing to be noted, that once the capital profit is transferred to capital reserve, they are not available for dividend. Okay, so once the amount of capital profit, it is transferred to the capital reserve, then they are not available for dividend. Okay, so this is regarding the rule about dividend out of capital profit. So usually the capital profit is available for declaration of dividend only if these things happens or these conditions are satisfied, that is realized in cash, authorized by articles, and surplus remains after revaluation of assets and liabilities. Then there are exceptions, security premium, capital redemption reserve, and also profit on reissue of forfeited shares. Then once the capital profit is transferred to capital reserve, they are not available for dividend. Next, we will see the different types of dividend. Okay, so the first one is proposed dividend. Now what is proposed dividend? Proposed dividend is the dividend recommended by the board of directors after the close of the books of accounts. So at the end of the accounting period and after the close of the books of accounts, the dividend declared or recommended by the board of directors is called proposed dividend. So proposed dividend means the dividend recommended by the board of directors after the close of the books of account. Then when it is approved by the shareholders in the annual general meeting, it becomes final dividend or declared dividend. So once the proposed dividend is approved by the shareholders in the annual general meeting, then it becomes final dividend or the declared dividend. Okay, so proposed dividend means the dividend proposed by the board of directors at the close of the books of account. And once the proposed dividend is being approved by the shareholders in the annual general meeting, then that becomes final dividend or declared dividend. The rate of dividend declared cannot exceed the proposed dividend. So once the dividend is being proposed by the board of directors, then it will be approved by the shareholders. But the rate of dividend declared cannot exceed the proposed dividend by the board of directors. So that is one principle or the rule. Then proposed dividend is disclosed under, this is regarding the treatment of proposed dividend in the final account. That is where this proposed dividend will appear. So proposed dividend is disclosed under the short-term provisions in the balance sheet. Proposed dividend also appears under the head reserves and surplus by way of deduction from profit under less appropriation. So this is regarding the treatment. This we will discuss later. That is when we discuss about the surplus or deficit in the statement of profit and loss. We will talk about this. That is regarding the treatment of all these types of dividend. Okay, now you just understand proposed dividend is disclosed under the short-term provisions in the balance sheet, and proposed dividend also appears under the head reserves and surplus by way of deduction from profit under less appropriations. Okay, so this is the meaning of proposed dividend, that is the dividend proposed by the board of directors and finally approved by the shareholders. Okay, then the second category is interim dividend. Now what is interim dividend? The word itself indicates the meaning. The word of interim itself indicates the meaning of interim dividend. So simply interim means what? It means in between or in the middle. So interim simply means in between or in the middle or during. Okay, so that is the word meaning of interim, in between or during. So what will be interim dividend? Interim dividend refers to the dividend paid by the company before the preparation of final accounts. That is, it is declared between two annual general meetings and it is paid in the middle of the year before the ascertainment of profit for the year. Okay, so interim dividend means the dividend which is paid in between the accounting period. Okay, so it is paid in between two accounting periods, in between two annual general meetings, that is before the end of the accounting period. So interim dividend refers to the dividend paid by the company before the preparation of final accounts, that is it is declared between two annual general meetings and it is paid in the middle of the year before the ascertainment of profit for the year. And usually it is paid for 6 months. The interim dividends are usually paid for 6 months. Then again regarding the treatment, the interim dividend also will appear under the head reserves and surplus by way of deduction from profit under less appropriations. That is the very same treatment like proposed dividend. Okay, so this is interim dividend which is paid in between two annual general meetings and usually it is paid for 6 months. Then, and it is made before the ascertainment of actual profit also. Now, the next is final dividend. Now, what about final dividend? That is, in proposed dividend itself, it is stated that the dividend will be proposed by the board of directors. And once the dividend is accepted or approved by the shareholders, it becomes the final dividend. So, what is final dividend? That is, the dividend approved by the shareholders in the annual general meeting is called final dividend or the declared dividend. So this is the dividend which is proposed and declared at the end of the accounting period after the close of the books of accounts. The final dividend is always paid in addition to interim dividend. So even though the interim dividend is paid by the company, it will not be having any influence on the final dividend. That is, even though the interim dividend is paid, the final dividend will also be paid. That is, the final dividend is always paid in addition to the interim dividend. So final dividend means the dividend which is proposed and declared at the end of the accounting period after the close of the books of accounts. Then here, this is regarding treatment, that is, it is disclosed under short-term provisions and it will be shown in the reserves and surplus by way of appropriation, that is less appropriation head. Okay, so this is regarding the treatment like proposed dividend or interim dividend. Okay, so final dividend means the dividend at the end of the accounting period, that is after ascertaining the profit for the year. Now we will see the difference between interim dividend and final dividend. So what are the points of difference between interim dividend and final dividend? Okay. So interim dividend means, interim dividend is the dividend which is paid in between two annual general meetings, and final dividend means at the end of the accounting period. Okay. Now what are the points of difference? The first point is it is declared before the ascertainment of divisible profit. But in case of final dividend, it is declared after the ascertainment of divisible profits. Okay. The second point is it is based on estimated profit, but the final dividend is based on actual profits. Then it is usually paid for 6 months, but it is paid for 1 year. Then interim dividend does not require the approval of shareholders, but the final dividend require the approval of shareholders. That is, once the board of directors declare, it should be approved in the annual general meeting by the shareholders. Then finally, there is no need to transfer some profit to reserve, but directors have to satisfy that the profits are adequate. Okay. So in case of interim dividend, there is no need to transfer some profit to reserve. But the only thing is, the directors have to satisfy that the profits are adequate. Then in case of final dividend, it is necessary to transfer a certain percentage of profit to reserve if the rate of dividend exceeds 10%. So in case the dividend is exceeding 10%, then a certain amount should be transferred to reserve. So these are the points of difference between interim dividend and final dividend. So first of all, Interim dividend is declared before the ascertainment of actual profit, but this is done after the ascertainment of actual profit or divisible profit. Then interim dividend is based on estimated profit, but final dividend is based on actual profit. Then interim dividend is paid usually for 6 months, but final dividend is paid for 1 year. Then the interim dividend does not require approval from the shareholders, but final dividend require approval by the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Then there is no need to, in case of interim dividend, there is no need to transfer some profit to the reserve, but the only thing is the directors have to satisfy that the profits are adequate. Then in case of final dividend, in case the rate of dividend exceeds 10%, then it is necessary to transfer a certain percentage of profit to reserve. Okay. Now next is unclaimed dividend. Okay. Now what is meant by unclaimed dividend? So dividend not yet claimed by the shareholders are called unclaimed dividend. So unclaimed dividend means the dividend which are not claimed by the shareholders. So declared dividend is to be paid within 30 days of declaration. So usually the declared dividend must be paid within 30 days of declaration, and any dividend which remains unpaid or unclaimed within 30 days of declaration must be deposited in a scheduled bank, that is under the head unpaid dividend account with a scheduled bank within 7 days from 30 days. Okay. So this is the provision regarding unclaimed dividend. So meaning of unclaimed dividend is dividend not yet claimed by the shareholders. So once the dividend is declared, then in case the dividend is not claimed by the shareholders, then such dividend is called unclaimed dividend. And usually the declared dividend should be paid within 30 days of declaration. And in case any amount is remaining unclaimed, then that amount should be deposited by the company under the unclaimed dividend account with any scheduled bank within 7 days from 30 days. So this is the provision. In case there is any unclaimed amount, then it should be deposited with the scheduled bank within 7 days of such 30 days. Then again, regarding the treatment, it will appear under other current liabilities. Usually unclaimed dividend is shown in the balance sheet under the head other current liabilities. Okay, I think you remember the balance sheet format, and there is one head that is other current liabilities under current liabilities. Okay, so this is unclaimed dividend. Then comes scrip dividend. Now what is meant by scrip dividend? That is, in case the company does not have sufficient fund to pay, then dividend, sufficient amount to pay the dividend in cash, then it must issue promissory note or bonds for amount due to shareholders, and such amount is called, or such dividend is called scrip dividend. Okay, in case the company does not have sufficient fund to pay the dividend in cash, then the dividend can also be paid by way of promissory notes or bonds, and such dividend is called scrip dividend. That is, in case the dividend is paid by way of promissory note or bond, that dividend is known as scrip dividend. And usually nowadays this type of dividend is not allowed. That is, now the dividend in the form of promissory notes and bonds are not allowed. So simply scrip dividend means the dividend which is paid by way of promissory note or bonds, and this is done when the company does not have sufficient fund to dispose the dividend in cash. Now the last thing is preference dividend. Now what is preference dividend? That is any dividend which is paid on the preference capital, or the dividend which is paid to the preference shareholders is known as preference dividend. So preference shareholders get fixed rate of dividend before dividend is paid to the equity shareholders, and that dividend is known as preference dividend. Okay. So this is regarding the divisible profit. Then the sources and different types. That is, first of all, the meaning of divisible profit, that is the amount available for distribution as dividend. Then dividend means the amount which is distributed among the shareholders on the basis of their paid up capital or called up capital. Then regarding the source of dividend, current year's profit, previous year's profit, then both current year or previous year's profit, or any amount provided by central government or state government. Then This is regarding the payment out of capital profit only when these three things happen, that is when it is realized in authorized by articles and surplus remains after revaluation, then only the capital profit is available for declaration of dividend. But once the capital profit is transferred to capital reserve, it is not at all available. Then types. One is proposed dividend, that is proposed by the board of directors and approved by the shareholders. Once it is approved, it becomes final or declared dividend. Then interim dividend, that is paid in between two annual general meetings. Then final dividend, that is the dividend declared by the board of directors, then finally approved by the shareholders, then it becomes the final dividend, usually paid at the end of the accounting period. Then this is regarding the difference between interim dividend and final dividend. Then comes unclaimed dividend, that is any amount which remains unclaimed by the shareholders within 30 days of declaration. That is called unclaimed dividend. Then scrip dividend means the dividend which is given by way of promissory notes or bonds. Then preference dividend, that is the dividend which is paid to the preference shareholders. Okay, thank you.